Backyard Barbecue Podcast, the premier hip-hop podcast in the game.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the Backyard Barbecue Podcast, the premier hip-hop podcast in the game. I'm your host, Kane Patrick.
And what's up, guys? It's the guy sitting next to him. It's Jay Vivid, man.
And, we're here to give you all the hip-hop news, talk about everything that we missed in the past week since our last episode. So, a lot of things happened.
Oh, yeah. The last week was definitely... It's a busy week, man. It was a busy week with the Grammys, and there was a lot of new music that dropped, and a lot of new music that people were talking about being dropped. So it was definitely an interesting week. Yeah,
lots of stuff happened, so we're going to jump right into it. First thing on our menu, as always, is the news. So we're going to get right into the news with our first topic. Lil Pump, he's looking for a record label, said he won't sign for less than $15 million, and DJ Khaled posted a picture of them two together, saying that they were going to be working on a deal. And also, when he first announced this, Gucci Mane told him to name his price and that he would sign him, probably because of the whole Gucci Gang song and everything. So, what's your take? Does Lil Pump deserve a $15 million contract?
I wouldn't even say, Gucci even cares about the Gucci Gang song. I probably think that DJ Khaled and Gucci Mane are smart, and they see that this kid has a lot of momentum behind him and a lot of a following as far as, the teens and the kids who are running the game right now.
Yeah.
They're the next into running the game. As you can tell, they're already doing it with the clout culture and bringing in people like 69 and Trippie Red and Lil Xan, Lil Pump, and they're the ones being talked about, and that's not us listening to them.
Well, I listened to a little bit.
Oh, yeah. We listened to a little bit, but the people really backing them were...
Yeah, the teenagers.
The teenagers.
Of course, everything, obviously, when I was in high school, the people that we were listening to, we were listening to A$AP Rocky, J. Cole, people like that. And so, coming out of that and, seeing what's happening, I don't want to say that I'm, hating on them, but, it's not what I was listening to. And don't get me wrong, I like some of the songs, and obviously they're fun, pump-up party songs.
Yeah.
But it's not the same thing I was listening to when I was in high school.
No, but then again, we talked about this. We touched about it a little bit last week. Things keep changing, and they're going to continue to change. And all we could do is look dumb and fight it, or just roll with it.
Yeah.
And I've started to learn to just roll with it. I'm
that's what you got to do.
I'm getting into the clout culture artists. I don't hate them, but a lot of them are. They're not the greatest role models, and I guess I think about that now that I'm older. Because when I was younger, I was they're acting a fool. But I wasn't listening to people talking about getting really messed up. They were more talking about dope slanging than dope doing. And these kids are now talking about more dope doing
than dope selling.
Than dope slinging. And I don't know, that worries me a little bit just because I now have people within my group of people that are in that age.
Cousins, nieces, nephews.
And nephews that... Now, I'm worried about that lyrical content, and that's crazy hearing that come from me because I was now I sound like a parent and an old head.
That's the thing I don't want to happen to me.
Yeah.
Because, obviously, I wrote a whole paper about this for my English class. I don't think it's the job of the artist to censor their own music, to cater to a certain crowd. But at the same time, if you influence someone enough, they will do it, and it's not your fault. It's only the person's fault that ends up doing it, but it does play a factor.
It does, but you saying that's so true because that's something I definitely got behind. Before getting into hip hop, I've always been into hip hop, but before I really loved it and really dissected it the way I do now, I was huge on rock, and I listened to people like Marilyn Manson. And Marilyn Manson got a lot of that backlash as far as influences, and I was why are we trying to censor him? So it's weird that I'm now talking about censoring somebody when I was younger. I didn't want my artists that I was listening to be censored. And so that's a whole new perspective to think about.
I don't know. Lil Pump, he does rap about Xans and stuff, and obviously I'm against Xans. I don't think anyone should be doing Xans. If you are doing Xans, please stop. That shit's killing you. It's killed a lot of people, and we just need to cut it out.
Man, I thought Xans was going away. I'm not gonna lie. All right, so Xans got into the scene when I was like in middle school, starting off.
Yeah.
And then they got big, and then as I got into high school, it's like the people that were into Xans started going off. Like they were starting to fall off of it a little bit. Like some of them were still doing it, but most people like got off, and I thought that was Xan. I was like, all right, this was the last generation of Xan. Like this is where it cuts, and nope, the next generation picked it up.
Big ass spike. It went up more.
Yeah, it went up even more than like it was when I was younger, and I was like, this is crazy. It's nuts.
I mean, but Lil Pump, I feel like he does have a future in hip hop. I think he has good, not best lyrical content, but he raps better than most of the clout culture rappers. So I think if anyone should get a record deal, it is him. Whether or not it's a $15 million record deal, I don't know, because I mean X can rap better than him, and X's deal was only for $7 million. So if he does go to DJ Khaled or to Gucci Mane, I mean, you know, best of luck to him. I hope he gets everything that he wants. But
no, definitely.
I'm here to root on people in hip hop.
No hate his way. You know, I hope the best for him. So hopefully he does, and hopefully he gets off of Zen, and that goes for anybody out there doing Zen.
Next thing, this dude 6ix9ine. We're gonna stay in the realm of this clout culture. He can't seem to catch a break. So there's multiple videos of him like going around stage diving, and every time no one catches him.
I've seen like 2 videos now.
What's like the thinking process behind that?
I don't know, man. It's funny though, like just seeing. You know what's funny is that he chooses to stage dive whenever the crowd's not hyped. So I feel like he's like trying to stage dive in the middle of like his little speeches that people do.
That's not the time you want to stage dive.
You want to stage dive in the highest point when you got the crowd.
Yeah, when you got the crowd like jumping.
Because every time I've seen him crowd dive, like everybody has their phones out. Like they're not even. Yeah. Nobody's hyped.
No mosh pitting going on.
So I think he just chooses the wrong times to do a stage dive. That's funny though.
Yeah, 6ix9ine. You need to chill with that.
Oh yeah. Speaking of 6ix9ine though, there's a lot of news around 6ix9ine going around. But then again, he's like the next one up as far as like.
Well, I wouldn't say that.
I would, man. He has a lot of people. Not a lot of people, but he's getting up there, man.
So from the numbers, he has like the most success out of all the recent. Again, clout culture rappers. All 3 of his like famous songs that have dropped have all been on the Billboard Hot 100.
He's recently just hit 100 million views on YouTube.
He hit 100 million on that song Gummo.
And I think he's buying clout, guys. Don't quote me on that, but I'm just saying
he might be. I don't see.
There's no way. Like I don't know. Maybe
I don't
this
see
is me.
With everything I said about like Lil Pump and like how I respect for what he's doing and all that. I don't like 6ix9ine. I don't like his music. I don't know him as a person, but I don't.
Man, that's where me and you differ. That's funny because I think I can get more into 6ix9ine than I can into Lil Pump.
I can't, man.
It's funny too because like I like 6ix9ine's music. Like a lot of how I got into it was he lands a lot of features with artists that I happen to be into.
Yeah,
and so. His features come on, and I think, man, they're. I usually get into it, and I'm like, who is this? Not even knowing who the kid was.
Yeah.
So by saying that, like, I usually like his features, I like his music. I don't like him. I don't like seeing. I'm not gonna lie. Every time I see his face on my social medias, I get a little annoyed. He's just annoying. Like he has one of those faces.
He has an annoying face.
Yeah.
Like, his whole look and persona is just bad. But yeah, I mean, so like, the recent thing that happened with him was that a judge told him, because he's on probation right now, I guess, that if he doesn't pass his GED test, that he could be facing 2 to 3 years in jail.
That's
what kind of punishment is that? Like, how did that judge come to that conclusion?
I don't know, man. Then again, we weren't in that courtroom. Maybe he's been doing everything correctly. Maybe not at the pace that the judge probably wants him to do.
Yeah.
Do it at. He's probably doing it, but at a slower pace, and that's because of like his fame. He's probably on tour, and so she was probably like, you know what, you are kind of keeping up with everything. So to make amends of this, get your GED, and we'll
squash
squash this if you just get your GED because you look like you're trying at least a little bit.
I don't know.
But I don't know if he's gonna be able to do it because I feel like there's a lot going on in his life for him to study, and on top of that, he's just like he doesn't care. I saw a video with him and Academics hanging out.
Yeah.
And Academics was trying to Academics was clowning him, but he was also trying to speak to him for real and like trying to give him some advice. And he was just like just glazed over, didn't even care. He was just like saying dumb stuff over him, and like he wasn't listening to him. So I feel like maybe that's his attitude, and I hope that's not like people are trying to help him out, and he's kind of just like blowing him off.
Yeah.
And
So it's funny that because when that happened, Ugly God put on his Instagram live story, he was like, I got 100 racks for anyone that can pass a GED test. I need help for a colorful friend of mine. Obviously talking about 6ix9ine.
Oh yeah.
I don't think that's legal, first off. But would you do it?
Let's say pass a GED test?
Yeah, if I
could pass a GED test.
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't know how hard a GED test is.
I don't know either. I have no idea what goes into it.
I don't know. I feel like if he can't pass the GED test, it would make a lot of sense.
I mean, he's only 18?
Is he?
And that means he dropped out before he was 18, so he probably doesn't have too much of an actual education.
Yeah.
To pass a GED.
I don't know. He's going through some things right now. Let's get into this next topic. Culture 2, which came out, it came out this past Thursday. It's expected to do 200,000 units the first week.
Oh yeah, and I believe it. I've never seen. I want to say this is probably one of the first rap albums I've seen being pushed so hard by not just the Migos and whatever PR they have, but also other artists as well are backing them up.
I mean, 24 tracks, whole bunch of features.
That's true.
If you're featured on it, of course you're going to promote it.
I mean, I'm just saying, man, I've seen a lot of promotion for this album, more than I've seen, even more than Chris Brown. I saw a lot of promotion for Chris Brown's album.
Also a long album.
Yeah, also a long album. There's a thing with long albums coming out this year.
Yeah.
So look out for long albums.
I'm not looking forward to long. I mean, if it's a good long album, I'm down for it. But I feel like if your album passes an hour and 15 minutes, you're going too far.
Yeah.
I would expect nothing less than 200,000 for Migos. They're the biggest rap group in the world right now. So yeah, that makes total sense to me, and I hope they maybe do even more than that. Yep. So yeah, shout out to Migos.
Definitely. Migo.
Let's talk about this next topic. There is a picture floating around the internet with Lil Uzi and Kanye just hanging out together. Does this mean new music?
I don't know. It's crazy because I've seen a lot of pictures of them hanging out, and it's not just this one. They've had multiple pictures in multiple stores, clothing stores going out. So it looks like they're hanging out. And most of the time, for what we've seen, when artists are hanging out the way they are, they're probably working on a project together.
Yeah.
Which is why they're staying close together. And it's crazy because Kanye has a lot of music he's working on with a lot of people. So
yeah, hopefully Kanye's next solo album comes out soon. Life of Pablo, I really liked it. And I'm ready for another Kanye album. Honestly, if a Lil Uzi track comes out with Kanye on it, of course I'm gonna listen to it. If a Kanye song comes out with Uzi on it, I'm gonna listen to it. I don't know, a Lil Uzi record produced by Kanye, does that sound interesting to you? Let's say no Kanye feature, just the whole thing produced by him.
It'd be good, but I would like to hear Kanye and Uzi together.
Together on the track.
I want to hear Uzi, not Uzi. I want to hear Kanye Lamborghini Mercy. Kanye, that Watch the Throne Kanye.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
And Lil Uzi together.
Let's get into our next thing.
That'd be nice.
Trippie Redd, he was on Big Boy in the Morning.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
He was asked if he had music coming out with Drake, and he said that they have things together. He never specified if it was a Drake song with him on it or if it was his song with Drake on it. Do you want to hear Trippie Redd and Drake together?
Yeah, I think that would be a nice little collab. Me, honestly, I'm a big Trippie Redd fan, man. Actually, it's funny that you're bringing up Trippie Redd today. I jammed Trippie Redd all day today. I was on Trippie Redd everything on my Spotify, which is why I was singing Trippie Redd too before we started. Filming this. But yeah, I want to hear Trippie Redd and Drake. That would be a nice melody. Like they would be able to work that out.
Okay, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I've only listened to a couple Trippie Redd songs, and it's not really my cup of tea. It's more of that new melodic like sing rap thing that he has going on.
Yeah.
And again, I don't like the way he looks. He looks like a Muppet to me. Like he looks.
I just really like Trippie Redd's
like
style. He reminds me a lot of Kid Cudi. Just the way he does his vocals and how he does his he drags out the end of his
like words and
his
stuff.
words.
Yeah.
And that's very like Kid Cudi style. But he learned how to put his own little mix into it, and I think for me it works really well. I think it's a sound that nobody's gonna copy, that nobody can copy, and if they do, you're gonna know exactly who they copied it from.
Well, if they do put out music together, of course I'll listen to it.
Oh yeah.
Next thing I want to get into, Aminé, however you say his name. Anime. His album just got certified gold.
I saw that.
How do you feel about that?
I'm proud of him, man. I think a lot of people are sleeping on Aminé.
I do too. Did you like his album?
I didn't listen to the whole thing. I'm not gonna lie. Like I listened to half of it.
Yeah.
It was good though. It was really upbeat for me. Like it was really just.
Yeah.
It was really upbeat. It was very like.
It was a good. I liked it. I enjoyed it. It was the first music that I've ever heard from him. It was a really good project. I liked it. I'm actually kind of surprised it went gold because so many do sleep on him. But yeah, I hope he does good things in the future.
Man, I hope
he makes great music. So.
I do. I think I think a lot of people sleep on him, man. He actually has bars and he has like wordplay.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of people need to
I feel
catch up on that.
He's one of those artists that like right now it's going to be kind of quiet for him, but like once all this like clout culture dies down, he'll have already put in like 2 or 3 years and he'll shoot through the roof.
Yeah.
So I have high hopes for him, and I feel like he's going to do great things. So I'm glad his album went gold.
I hope big things happen for him.
Hopefully things continue to happen. Hopefully it goes platinum.
Oh yeah.
So we'll see how it goes. So.
Ooh.
Not the official list for the XXL Freshman came out yet, but there is like a list of people that they have that it hasn't been completely cut down, and I'll put the picture up so y'all can see the whole list. Out of this whole list, they got to pick 10 people. I'm gonna be honest with you, there's a lot of people on here that I don't know, but there is a lot of people on here that I do know, and so it's who. Let's just talk about the history of the XXL Freshman list. How do you feel that it's been in the past couple of years?
See, it's been different. Like I said, we the past 2 to 3 years, we've seen a weird shift. I don't want to say a weird shift, but it's just been a shift in hip hop in general. Of these new rappers, it all started with. Actually, I want to say it all started with like Young Thug. When Young Thug started coming around, like that, it started to stir up like this new
okay,
just something different that we weren't ready for in hip hop. And
yeah.
I remember that's when like people were starting to talk about these different style. It was like the end of like hard hip hop, in the beginning of like this weird individual alternative hip hop that was happening.
I get
and
what
people
you're saying.
didn't know how to take it. I mean, obviously, dude, Young Thug was getting so much stuff at the beginning.
Yeah, no one. I mean, there was really no one that liked Young Thug at the beginning. But now, like, everyone loves Young Thug.
And so
Young Thug is great. Like, I love the music he puts out.
So I think the same thing's gonna happen with all the past XXL people. Like, you know, because a lot of them we just didn't understand. Like the last year was like Lil Uzi and Kodak Black.
No, that was the year before.
That was 2 years ago. And
so last year the list was like it was Ugly God, XXX, Aminé. Who else was on there? What's his name? I'll just look up the list right now so you can see. So we had Made in Tokyo,
Kyle,
Super Kyle, P&B Rock,
Cap G.
I mean, there was. I think last year's list was weird. A Boogie with a Hoodie was on there.
Yeah.
Playboy Cardi, Kamaya.
Then again, we were talking. There was so many people last year that we thought should have been on there, as far as like Post Malone.
Okay, so Post Malone was supposed to make the 2016 list, but he canceled because he had a flight and he said that he was too tired to go. So I don't know who filled in for him, but I think everyone that was on the 2016 freshman list has done like amazing.
Yeah, they've been creating a lot of momentum.
But every like last year's list, I don't feel like they had the same impact that 2016's list had, because 2016 had Kodak, 21 Savage, Lil Uzi, Lil Dicky, Designer, Lil Yachty, Denzel Curry, what's his name?
Anderson
.Paak. Yeah, I mean it just
Designer.
all of them have done, good.
Yeah,
like
then
really
again,
well.
Now that I think about it, most of the time whenever XXL put out a freshman list, there was more like half of them that I didn't really know.
Yeah.
Some of them I kind of knew. I want to say XXL kind of sets the tone for these artists. As soon as like they usually get on the XXL, like they usually have a little momentum, but as soon as after XXL, they usually like go off and do something pretty good and have pretty good careers after that. So maybe this past XXL or this next one, like I said, a lot of them we're not into right now. But as soon as they make that list and they make the cover, they're gonna start putting out more music and they're gonna blow up and then they're gonna have that momentum and they're gonna go and have at least a good year.
Yeah. So without looking at the list that they have cut down so far, who do you think should make it this year? Let me just get like 3 people.
Man, then again, like, see, everybody I'm gonna say to this year has probably already made it, because I'm really not into like this. The only person I could think of is like T Grizzly, who wasn't able to make it on the last one. I think he barely made the final cut.
Yeah.
But I think they're gonna think about him putting him on this one. I think I saw him on there. His name, T Grizzly. T Grizzly.
Yeah, I think he'd make a good addition.
Definitely. Damn, Black would be nice.
But he's more R&B.
But we've had R&B. We had Anderson .Paak on there.
Yeah,
Anderson .Paak's not even really.
And Black can rap.
Yeah, Black
really
can
well.
rap. Yeah.
I saw his BET Cypher and it surprised me.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, if we can, I would like to see Black on there. I already know 69's gonna be on there. He's gonna make the list.
yeah. He's going to.
Rich the Kid's gonna make the list.
Uh-huh.
Famous Dex.
Probably.
Has
I
he
wouldn't
been
doubt
on?
it.
Have they
No,
been considered?
he hasn't.
So I'm pretty sure Famous Dex will probably be on there. Rich Chigga.
Okay, so he changed his name to Rich Brian because he didn't want to offend anyone.
What?
Yeah.
No, he did not.
Yeah, he did. He did.
That's
At the beginning
selling
of
out. Man, I liked Rich
2018,
Chigga.
I liked Rich Chigga. I
Rich
thought it was a
Chigga.
cool name, but I'm not the one to get offended.
I mean, I've even seen like old head rappers listen to Rich Chigga, and they thought it was funny that he used Rich Chigga because they thought it was funny that he found a way to say without saying it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So without looking at the list, 3 people I definitely want to make the list. I want Ski Mask the Slump God on there.
Ski Mask, I forgot about Ski Mask.
I want Rich Brian, and who was the other one that I wanted? I don't know. I definitely want Ski Mask and Rich Brian.
Ski Mask for sure.
Let's look at the list and see who's on here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Famous Dex.
T Grizzly's on there.
Lil Pump.
Lil Pump's making the list.
TK. I like TK. I like that song, The Race.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna be able to make that because he's locked up.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen.
Do you like Lil Skis?
Moneybagg Yo. He's from Fort Worth, guys.
Moneybagg Yo is.
So that would be nice to have somebody at least represent DFW.
Joyner Lucas definitely should make the list. He has more bars than any of these guys.
Nah, not more than T Grizzly. T Grizzly's probably the most lyricist on there.
Bro, we can discuss that.
T Grizzly is very, compared to all these guys, he's more of like the old school rap. He spits those old school bars.
See, Trippie
Redd, I want to see Trippie Redd on there.
I don't even see Rich Brian on here.
Dang.
That's a snub right there.
That is. If they don't give Rich Brian
Little Xan's not on here either, but I think he might make the list.
So I definitely want to see Trippie Redd, Ski Mask, and let's go for Moneybagg Yo, because I like, there's a song called Damn It Man by Moneybagg Yo, and it goes pretty hard. And the fact that he's from Fort Worth, I just automatically back up my hometown guys.
All right, I'm down with that. XXL, if you're listening, please reconsider putting Rich Brian on the list.
True.
I think that'd be great. Let's
I
get
would
in.
like to see that, because I was about to say I would like to see like these Korean rappers and these Asian rappers on there to give it a chance, because a lot of them, man, they go pretty hard.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're saying, but they go hard.
Our next thing we're going to get into, there was a little Twitter beef. Jay-Z was on a talk show, and he was just talking about, what's going on in the country right now and, like, the current state of things. And Trump came out and went on Twitter and said, "Someone please inform Jay-Z that because of my policies, black unemployment has been reported to the lowest rate ever." And so I looked into this, and it's true. Black unemployment is at its lowest rate ever right now. But it has absolutely nothing to do with Trump's policies. Like, not one thing correlates.
They're probably working. They all got jobs now. All the unemployed people now got jobs to work hard so they can get out of here.
Probably, man.
That's really what's happening.
This guy Trump, he's on another level. I don't know. Why would he respond to Jay-Z?
I don't understand, man. I don't understand his obsession with pop culture in general.
But not even
pop
that.
Pop culture has to say about them.
Eminem did a whole diss to him at the BET Awards and made a whole diss album towards him, and he didn't even get one acknowledgement tweet out of Trump.
I thought he did tweet about the freestyle.
Trump didn't say
the cipher.
No, he didn't say anything about it.
He didn't. Damn.
No, and
he's scared.
Honestly, I don't even think it's because he's scared. It's because he's white. Yeah. He's just racist, and so like Jay-Z just has this interview, and all of a sudden Trump wants to tweet him.
That's true. He probably. That would be the perfect example, the fact that he lets a white guy talk down on him, but
he just lets it slip.
Yeah,
and then he hits him with a fact that has nothing to do with him. Like,
well, I mean, I didn't see the interview. I've seen clips for it. I've been meaning to watch it. I'm taking a break off of politics for a while because I was watching politics and listening to politics for like 6 months straight, and I'm honestly just worn out because of everything that's been happening, obviously.
Yeah, I feel you. I took a break too, but it's just stuff like that gets to me. We have a joke like as a president. Our president, not my president. You know what I'm saying? But like
he is.
This is.
He is the real life Riddler.
Like this is ridiculous, and I mean Donald Trump, I hate you. Just like I want you to know that. So
Donald Duck. What else has been going on?
So speaking of 6ix9ine again, he announced that his first project is coming out. I will not be listening. I'm letting you know right now.
I will probably listen to it not on my own terms.
Yeah, that's if I hear you listening to it, I'll overhear it. And
I'll probably end up listening to it because my nephew's listening to it. And
yeah. Okay. So stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Let's get in.
You want to get into the Grammys?
Let's get into the Grammys. Let's get into the Grammys in some Grammy fashion.
Oh yeah, let's talk about everybody. I liked all the fashion. Honestly, let me first say that I was so proud of the Grammys, and I'm so proud of like where hip hop has gone. We've gone really far. The fact that I saw like there were so many hip hop artists there at the Grammys this year, and that was really put on the forefront, and a lot of hip hop artists performing at the Grammys.
Yeah, it was the first time I could watch the Grammys all the way through and be like, this isn't even like it was a big hip hop event.
Yeah.
And it was nice to see. It's crazy from a couple of years ago when, The Lonely Island, who's Andy Samberg's comedy group, they got nominated for Best Rap Album. Like, we were literally being taken, like, hip hop was being taken as a joke at the Grammys. And so to see now to have 2 hip hop albums nominated for Best Album, and then
Honestly,
Childish Gambino's R&B album nominated, like it was just a good event to see.
Yeah, it was, and I was really proud. I was really proud. It was a proud moment for me.
There was a lot of snubs, obviously, but yeah. Shout out to the Grammys for even acknowledging hip hop as a serious category. And let's get into some fashion right now. What did you think of Lil Uzi's outfit?
It was different. I honestly liked it. I'm a big Lil Uzi fan. Not only just his music, but as far as Lil Uzi as a person, I think Lil Uzi is funny. I think he has a great energy.
Yeah.
I love watching his interviews. I love seeing anything that he's on. If he's on camera, I want to see it. I love watching his concert. When I went to go see him at Jambalaya, he's a lot of fun. So when I saw his outfit, I just thought it was fun. And I knew like what he was going for.
It's a very Lil Uzi outfit.
I wouldn't say it's Lil Uzi. It reminded
would.
me very like of 90s goth, early 2000s goth.
Yeah.
It was really nostalgic.
Chains,
yeah, it was
big
cool.
bell-bottom
I just thought it
cargo
was
pants,
cool. I thought it was different.
I think Lil Uzi pulled it off. I didn't like it personally. I wouldn't wear it. Also, I don't think
you won't see me wearing that.
I don't think it's a good Grammy outfit. I mean, but
That's
more
true.
power to him. So let's get into this next.
Who else?
The Migos outfits. How did you feel about the Migos?
Man, you mean Drumline?
Man.
Drumline, bro. These guys, Migos looking like they about to audition for Nick Cannon's Drumline 2 over here.
Man, Migos have on mariachi outfits. I'm not even fucking around. I'm sure these jackets were very expensive, but that doesn't change the fact that I don't like them.
When I saw it, I had no hate. I saw it and I was like, that's funny. I just know Migos like to do things outlandish. They like to wear blouses. They usually pull it off. Like, they usually look good doing their thing in their fashion. When I saw those jackets, the only thing that kept happening was me roasting them. I just kept coming up with jokes and roasting them. It was like Lil Uzi's. It had nothing to do with hate. It was just,
like Lil Uzi's outfit.
They were just in a very like joking situation where I can clown on them.
Yeah,
because of what they were wearing.
But like that, what I was saying, like Lil Uzi's outfit is a very Migos outfit. Like, I would picture Migos wearing that. So I mean, it fit the category. Mm-hmm. Cardi B.
Ooh, let's not get into Cardi B right now. Only because, man, I feel like Cardi B could possibly been the best dressed. As far as in the hip hop category, she was looking amazing.
Cardi B
was looking amazing at the Grammys.
Is beautiful.
She was looking gorgeous at the Grammys.
Man,
that dress was amazing.
Her
makeup was amazing.
Her on stage outfit was amazing when she performed with Bruno. She's just beautiful. I love Cardi B.
Oh yeah, Cardi B was killing it.
Rick Ross.
Ricky Ross, the boss. Look at that guy.
That's an outfit right there.
That's an outfit.
He looks like Rick Ross, the boss.
He looks like what's his name? He just looks like a very fashionable guy.
Yeah, I mean he
looks like
nice.
He's running a fashion clothing line more than a label.
Yeah, Rick Ross. He did a great job.
He looks nice though, man. He looks good.
Tyler the Creator and Jay-Z.
One of my favorite outfits, other than Cardi B. I feel like he was runner-up next to Cardi B was Tyler. Tyler was looking fly as hell at the Grammys.
That light blue pea coat, Louis Vuitton scarf.
And that hat. I like
big
that little
Russian fur hat.
Yeah, that Russian fur hat.
Yeah, Tyler looked good. I like Tyler's
outfit. And then when he took
too.
off that hat and I saw that leopard print hair, I thought that was dope too.
I thought it looked good on him. I personally wouldn't get the leopard print hair.
I couldn't pull it off. I mean, there's things that like we can't pull off.
Jay-Z, all black, just classic. Of course, it's gonna look good on Jay-Z. Assad, executive producer of DJ Khaled's last album.
Hey, they're looking fly. In that red
burgundy suit, burgundy bow tie, white shirt, classic.
Not gonna lie, man. DJ Khaled made a cute kid.
Yeah. Big Sean.
Big Sean, man, I'm just a Big Sean fan, and I think Big Sean he's a classy man. I think he usually looks classy.
Big Sean
looks good.
is definitely like top 5 best dressed in hip hop.
Yeah, he's
times.
usually just dressed nice.
Yeah.
Most of the time, even like his casual wear.
Yeah, he looks great there. Kept it simple, just like 2 chains.
Great smile, by the way,
not that
Big
long.
Sean.
Yeah, Big Sean.
Nice seat.
I'm gonna give best dressed to Big Sean or Rick Ross.
All right, man. Mine goes to Cardi. Man, Cardi was looking.
Oh, of course, for the
fly.
girls, Cardi. Man,
I'm putting them all in.
Putting them all in
the hip hop category.
I don't know. Then I'm
As far
gonna
as,
keep
like,
my
who
mouth
was
shut.
dressed there.
Yeah. Again, Cardi B. Wow, definitely dressed to impress.
Oh yeah.
So SZA, nominated for 5 of her Grammys, did not win a single one. Do you think she got snubbed?
What do we know? What she was nominated for? Do you know? What
So
she was
one of the ones
for?
that she got nominated for was Best New Artist.
Okay.
And in that category, it was her, Lil Uzi. The winner was Alexia Cara, and I forget who the other 2 were. But just based on those 3 names, I mean,
for me in general, it either should have been SZA or Lil Uzi, just because from what I've seen in the music. I mean, I go on the radio. I listen to 106, I listen to 97, I listen to 104, I listen to hip hop and pop. I mostly hear SZA and Lil Uzi on every radio station.
yeah.
And not just the hip hop stations; they're on the pop stations as well. And I mean, and oh girl, she only has one. She only has a pop platform. I don't think she should have won. I think it should have went to SZA or Lil Uzi. That's just on me.
I'd give it to SZA.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, SZA, out of the 5, she should have at least got one.
Yeah,
and
for sure. She should have at least got one because she did have a nice little album.
Going into who dominated the night, Kendrick Lamar.
No, we knew. Everybody should have been prepared for that.
Kendrick Lamar, 5 Grammys. He got Best Rap Song, Best Music Video, Best Rap Performance, Best Rap Sung Performance, and Best Rap Album.
Oh yeah, and he deserved all of them.
Agreeable, yeah.
Oh yeah, he
Damn
deserved
was a
all
great
of them.
album. Only thing is, I would have, since Tyler the Creator only got nominated for the 1 award, I would have liked to see him win Best Rap Album, and then that would just leave Kendrick with a nomination for Best Album of the Year, and we'll get into that once we get there, because that one's tricky. So, yeah, Kendrick deserved all the Grammys he got. So let's see. Let's get right into Best Album. So the nominations for Best Album.
Are we going straight into music?
No. We're gonna go into Best Album for the Grammys. The nominations were 444, which was by Jay-Z. Mm-hmm. Damn, Kendrick Lamar. Awaken My Love, Childish Gambino. 24 Karat Magic by Bruno, and Lord's new album. All great albums. Yeah. All 5 of those albums did really well.
I jammed all those albums.
Definitely should have all been nominated for Best Album of the Year.
Except for Tyler. Tyler's missing. Honestly, I think Tyler... Man, I'm surprised Tyler did not get nominated for more. I think Tyler
definitely deserved more. He had a great album.
He had a great album.
I love Tyler's album.
Yeah.
I honestly put that as my second best album of the year.
Like when he told me he got nominated for maybe 1 or 2, I was honestly
just
extremely surprised.
Yeah, he didn't get it.
Yeah.
Tyler had a great album, and he should have got nominated for more things. But in the album of the year category, it went to Bruno Mars.
24 Karat Gold, which was a great album. I mean, I'm not going to lie, I bumped that album. I like a lot of those songs. I mean, I like most of those songs on that album. I listened to that full album. I like Bruno Mars. But let's get talking down to the Grammys and what the Grammys are about. It's about artistry and about originality. And to be honest, even though that 24 Karat Gold Bruno Mars was a great album, it was an impression album. It was an impression on the funk era and the... So it wasn't an original album, per se. It was more an impression on what he feels like is funk and what he has turned into funk. But if we're going to talk if we talk about originality and artistry, we all know that should have went to Kendrick. Because nobody was touching him as far as an album.
Okay, so Jay-Z got nominated for 8 awards and didn't win a single one of them. And I kind of agree. I liked Jay-Z's album to an extent, but it wasn't better than Damn. It wasn't better than Awaken My Love. So let's just throw that one out of the
there was a lot of people,
album of the year category right now.
That had albums that some people would say they got snubbed, and you can say that, but if you really think about it, if you look at the broad perspective of it, running against Damn, that's a hard race to run.
That is a hard race.
Like,
I would have liked to see it go to Childish Gambino, just because, you know, he did put out a great album, and he won 1 award. It wasn't for the whole album; it was just for the song Redbone. It was like best traditional R&B performance, and that was another thing with SZA. All of her categories she got nominated, pretty much she was going up against Gambino, which is another hard race to run.
yeah.
But he only got 1 Grammy, his first Grammy ever. And I don't know. I think the album of the year probably should have gone to Kendrick.
Yeah, definitely.
He's been nominated 3 times in that category, has lost every time. I think his next one might do it.
He's the people champ, though. We all know that.
Yeah, I stand by that. So,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, Kendrick, I'm rooting for you. You already got 2 rap album of the year awards. Let's get an album of the year award.
He needs it. He deserves it for sure. What else has been going on?
Let's get back into Lil Pump. He posted a picture of himself, and the caption was "You fucked that bitch too" with a bunch of laughing emojis, and then he added Drake Bell, and he was like, "Tell Megan I'm trying to fuck." And Drake Bell replied to him. He said, "That's all? Done." Do you... did you watch Drake and Josh?
Yeah, I did. I did watch Drake and Josh.
I think that's hilarious.
I think it's funny, and I think it's even more funny because I don't know if you knew about the whole controversy going around Megan or what her real name is. Miranda.
Miranda Cosgrove?
She, got... I don't know if it was rumors... but they had videos of it. I saw a whole video of it of it was a sting operation. The cops going undercover.
Yeah.
She was prostituting at the end of the corner, and she was like saying things like us. Do me better than Drake and Josh ever did. Like she was saying stuff like that. So I don't know if she was going through a rough time. If that was really her. It was a lookalike. So it's funny that Lil Pump said that because she was out there soliciting herself for that. So Lil Pump, hit her up. I'm sure she can fit you in her schedule.
Yeah, that's funny.
Oh, yeah. More news. Let's see. I think we're down to, I guess we could talk about, also this past week was it the AVN? Is that what they call it?
Yeah, it was the biggest porn convention that they have. It's in Las Vegas every year.
Adult video. I don't know what N stands for.
Yeah, I don't know.
Adult
either.
video
Meeting. I don't
know. But that happened, and there was a big hip hop presence there.
Yeah,
that I'm very surprised of that.
Lil Wayne
happened.
performed.
Lil Wayne performed I believe it was at the end of it all.
Yeah,
he was on stage with
all the
40
stars,
of the hardest porn stars.
What's her name? Adam 22 from No Jumper. He was there. His girlfriend Lena the Plug. They were all walking around.
Yeah.
Post Malone was walking around.
Post Malone not only walked around. There was a picture that I follow Riley Reid, and she posted a picture. Maybe a few hours right after the awards.
Yeah.
And she had posted a picture of her, Gina, and Post Malone, and she was like, sex tape coming soon.
That's funny.
And I thought it was really funny because I honestly thought it was like, oh, this can't be true. I was like, is this really happening?
Yeah, no, I doubt it.
And I was like, no, this can't be true. Just because I was like, Post Malone's not that. When I get from Post Malone, he's not that type to even go through with something like that.
Uh-huh.
But it was interesting. It was funny. I thought it was really funny, and I posted it up like it was real, seeing what everybody would think about it. I know most of y'all would watch it. Don't even lie. I know y'all want to see some Post Malone, some Riley Reid action. But talking about Post Malone also had some news going on with him. On top of this, he also said that what did he quote? What was his exact quote? That it's hard out here for white rappers?
It's a struggle being a white rapper was his like exact quote.
This is his exact quote was, it's a struggle being a white rapper. And I don't know if it's a struggle being a white rapper. I'm sure it is, but I know for a fact it's a struggle being Post Malone, which is why he's feeling that way. Which brings me to the topic of, Post Malone. Man, I love Post Malone. I like his music, but there just seems to be a trend in the hip-hop community as far as, like, the hip-hop heads. And it's like it's a Post Malone witch hunt.
Yeah.
And I don't like it. I don't agree with it. I don't know why they're doing it. But it just seems like Post Malone can't do anything right. Everything Post Malone does something, the hip-hop heads want to go after him, and they want to criticize him, and they want to try to knock him down. Honestly, I think they're trying to do the same thing that I saw them do to Iggy, which it worked. We don't hear about, we barely hear about Iggy.
Yeah.
And they did the same thing to Yachty. And I know Yachty had a great career, but as soon as they started witch-hunting Yachty, like, you don't hear as much as Yachty anymore.
Yeah, no, Yachty's first breakout year, that was incredible. He had a great year. I went to go see him in concert. I mean, that first Little Boat mixtape I really enjoyed.
Little Boat was good.
But that Teenage Emotions album, not good.
I liked one or two songs. I got one or two songs saved on my Spotify from that album onto my Spotify playlist. But like I'm saying, like I just really think that the hip hop heads and really try to witch hunt Post, and I don't know why. I just don't like it. I think it's messed up, man.
I don't think it's fair to Post either.
Yeah, because knowing Post, like, there's so many other people like Lil Pump and Lil Zen that they could be trying to witch hunt. 69 that they could be trying to witch hunt. No, they go after Post, which is, to me, he's one of the realest in the game right now, because like I said, I'm a fan, and I watch his interviews. He's so honest. He's such a stand-up guy. He's so real. Like, I don't know why they would go after him like that. And we've seen him try to attack him, but it usually doesn't work. Post usually can stand his ground. But my thing is like, man, how long can this happen? How long can Post take a beating from these guys? Because it seems like he's taking a beating.
I stand with Post, obviously. Not just I like his music, but he's also a local Dallas rapper.
That's true.
We support Dallas people. But, people always come for Post Malone, Charlamagne the God especially, everyone at Hot 97, Ebro. Peter Rosenberg. They just need to chill out, because Post, really, he's just out here doing, like, he's just making music that he likes, and it just so happens that all of us like...
He's not even like the other guys that he's out here running his mouth talking about he's the best in the game, or that he's actually one of the most humblest people in the game.
He just, like, he likes to have fun, he likes to joke around a lot, and I don't know, people take it the wrong way, because he does listen to country music, and that's where he gets a lot of his influences from. Mm-hmm. And
I think the most of the reason why they go after him is the whole thing where he likes to say that he's not a rapper. And I think that a lot of people think that...
But he's not the only one saying it. And that's the
what I'm saying.
That,
these hip-hop heads think that that's disrespectful. And they think that he's disrespecting rap, and that he's piggyback writing off of rap.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's it at all. I think that he doesn't want to be just put under one umbrella, because he is a musician. He can play guitar.
Yeah.
He can sing. I know he can play other instruments as well. I know he had plans to make other music. I know his next album will be a rap album. And I know why that happened. I know he said that his next album was going to be a rap album, but I know why his next album was a rap album. Because his career blew up, and more rap artists want to work with him. Mm-hmm. So he had no choice. He's surrounded by rap artists right now, and that all want to work with him. And so I think that the old hip-hop heads kind of take that disrespect that, he keeps saying that he's not a rapper, and then that, he was going to make other albums other than rap, and then he keeps making rap albums. But I'm like, dude, you gotta. Then again, they're not in this situation. They don't understand what's going on, like what he's surrounded by. I know for a fact he's getting calls from other rappers that are just like, let's do a feature, let's work together.
Of course.
So it's hard for him to get out of rap right now, to go and branch off into...
I don't think he wants to get out of rap right now even. Yeah. I think, I don't, of course, obviously he said he wants to make other music eventually, but that's eventually. That's, 5-10 years down the road.
Yeah.
I like Post Malone's music. I haven't heard a song by him that I don't like, so...
Oh, yeah. Big ups, Post.
I just need to think people need to coming after him, and we just need to be a loving hip hop community.
We do. And you want to say that's wrapping it up for our news today? You want to go into music? This is a long show, guys. We haven't even got out of news, and we're 50 minutes in.
Let's do like a couple more news pieces. Yeah, there's some important things that happen. Drake's EP, Scary Hours. One of the songs over there, God Plan, that's his 4th #1 single on the Hot 100. It's only his 2nd as a lead artist. Diplomatic Immunity, which was the other song, debuted at number 7. And so Drake is the first artist in the Hot 100 history to debut 2 songs in the top 10 simultaneously on 2 separate occasions.
I read that.
The first time being Passion Fruit and Portland, and then the second time being this time. And then so with that, Drake now surpasses Rihanna as the artist with the most top 10 in the Hot 100 in the 2000s decade. He now has 20. And so he joins the Beatles and Mariah Carey as the only artist with 20 or more Hot 100 in the top 10 in a single decade.
Yeah, they better watch out for Cardi B. I know she's coming for him.
You think Cardi has what it takes to...
Man, she got top what? She has like 4 right now in the top Hot 100, and I think they're in the top 10.
Yeah, I mean she's featured on all of them.
Yeah, she's featured.
One of them was her song, but yeah, I mean Drake is doing big things out here.
That's true. As far as like solo, I don't know if she'll do it solo, but I know for sure she'll do it featured wise.
Gucci Mane said he's working on his second book. How do you feel about that?
I would like to see what Gucci Mane has to say. I feel like he's he's an intelligent guy, and he's gone through a lot. I feel like there's a lot to learn from him as far as hip hop and business, and hip hop business together.
Okay, I think that's gonna wrap it up for news. Let's get into new music that's coming out, and then we'll review some new music that already came out. So first thing we're going to talk about, Lil Pump. He said he's having his Harvard Dropout tape coming soon. I'll be listening to that one.
I will not. I'll probably end up listening to it, to be honest. I just won't. I won't want to, and I'm going to be even more mad if I like it.
All right. Well, I'm excited for it, so I hope that comes out soon. Xxxtentacion announced that his album is coming out. I don't know if it's called Untitled or if it doesn't have a title yet. You ready for X?
For right now, we know it's a question mark. I am ready for X because I really liked his 2 projects he did last year. As far as like the project he did that was more of the crazy stuff. With Young Brats was on there, and
yeah.
There was a whole bunch of bangers on there. I did like that, and then I loved 17. 17 was great. I listened to at least a few songs of 17 every day, and from what he saw, I don't know if you saw, he did post on his story on Instagram, and he was explaining the album. He said, in his words, "This album is not about words; it's about feeling. Also, it'll be very hard to understand, but very easy to play." And with him saying that, the only thing I could think of is like really nice beats, and him almost doing like a Kid Cudi, like just harmonizing over it. I'm pretty sure he'll have some lyrics, but I feel like he's gonna be doing like harmony type shit. Like
I'd like to hear that from X too. I mean, he's a really creative guy, and so I hope everything goes well for him.
I'm ready for it.
So. Shrimp Life 3, supposedly, from what we've heard, is going to be a triple album.
From the producer himself.
Mike Will came out and said that there's going to be one side completely Slim Jimmy, one side completely Sway Lee, and then the third part of it being the Rae Sremmurd Shrimp Life 3. Are you ready for a triple album from Shrimp Life?
I think it'd be cool, man. Honestly, when you told me that, hearing about it right now, I think it's a great idea. I think it's different. I haven't seen a group do that, where they made an album where each individual had almost their own album, but it's not. It's part of one album, and then they did a collide and made an album.
Outkast almost did it with Speaker Box to Love Below.
And Love Below, yeah.
But they didn't have a third part of it that was them together.
Yeah. I think it's interesting. I think it'll be a lot of fun.
I mean,
like Rae
we
Sremmurd.
we were saying earlier, this is, long albums are coming out.
Yeah.
And that's definitely going to be a long
Yeah.
one. It's going to be a triple album.
The only thing that I'm a little concerned about is that we're now going to be able to tell the difference of who's bringing what to the table as far as
A Slim Jimmy and Sway Lee.
Yeah, it's like who has the more influence music wise, and we'll be able to find that out. And I think that's the only downfall to that album is that one of them is either going to stand out a lot,
Yeah.
and the other one's going to sound sucky compared to the other one. That could happen. That's a possibility.
It is. I'll probably listen to them as 3 separate albums. I won't listen to it all the way through, but
Yeah, I definitely won't be listening to it all the way through.
It should be good. I'm excited for it.
It should be fun.
Next thing, Ugly God posted artwork for his album that's coming. Album mixtape, I'm not sure. It's gonna be called Bumps and Bruises. I like Ugly God a lot.
Dude, Ugly God's Booty Tape was one of my favorite projects last
Yeah,
year. I was bumping it hard.
I'm not even gonna lie, that was one of my favorite projects of the year.
Yeah, that was a really good
really
project.
funny and it was enjoyable.
Even with somebody like he went into it making it knowing that it was going to be like a not so serious album.
Yeah.
Still dropped bars on there. They weren't like a message behind it, but they were bars.
Yeah, they're bars without messages behind them.
Yeah.
That's the thing that I like about Ugly God.
Yeah.
He can be funny, but he knows how to rap, and I
Yeah.
feel like if he did want to drop a serious project, he could.
Definitely, I think he has that ability, and I'm seeing that more now and more that I follow him on Twitter and I see his thoughts.
Yeah.
I definitely see that he has a lot of intellect, and I feel like he has a lot to offer. He's holding back a lot right now.
Next thing I want to get into, Rich Brian, his track list came out for his project, which is going to be titled Amen. Do you want to hear a whole Rich Brian tape?
I like Rich Brian because of I just like him because he's like this Asian rapper that he goes in pretty hard. Like he's just different.
Mm-hmm.
As far as listening to a whole album, I don't know. It'll be interesting. I'm sure I'll listen to it, but I can't tell you right now that I'm waiting for it.
Yeah.
And I'm excited for it. But I'll definitely be listening to it.
Okay, let's get into the biggest thing that happened this week. Culture 2 dropped.
Migo.
Initial thoughts.
Initial thoughts. All right, so I don't know how to put this. Is there any way that I can say that it somehow got better and worse from Culture 1?
I understand what you're saying completely, and I agree. The thing I liked about Culture 1 is that it was short, it was sweet, it was to the point, it was Migos, and it was just everything about them. But with that said, Culture 1 didn't have a lot of it had good songs, but a lot of them weren't good songs, and
I mean, like the bangers that were bangers were bangers.
They
obviously.
stood out,
That's
that's what I mean. Like they were good.
Yeah.
I can listen to them. With Culture 2, it's an hour and 45 minutes. Again, talking about
really
long albums.
It was long. I swear, I clocked in for my shift, for an 8-hour shift, and I listened to the whole album. I didn't even listen to the whole album. By the time the end of my shift, I looked at, and I was only halfway through.
It was a really long album. I sat down and listened to the whole thing, and it wasn't a productive use of my time.
I'm not even lying. I listened to the first half of the album, and I literally thought I was close to the end, and I was like, "Oh, I'm not close to the end. Like,
At all.
I'm halfway through this album," and I stopped, and I was like, "All right, I'll listen to the rest." I remember what song I was on. I was like, I'll start on this song, coming back like tomorrow. But I ended up listening to it again, the whole thing through. I cleaned later that day, and I listened to it from start to ending. And as far as like comparing it to Culture 1, what I liked about it was I was able to play it the whole thing through, and I didn't get annoyed from it like I did from Culture 1. I put on Culture 1, and I was annoyed by like 3 songs in because I was wondering when the next song was, and I noticed that I was already 2 or 3 songs in. I was already at Bad and Bougie.
Yeah.
Because what I noticed is that they didn't really change up their flow and their rhythm in Culture 2 from song to song.
Yeah.
They kept having the same flow. almost the same rhythm, and I think that's where they downfall. That's why I was saying like Culture 2 was more able to play because they switched their flow up a lot. The beats were different. With Pharrell, I was able to hear Pharrell's influence a lot on there. But I didn't like it. It felt really poppy, and I didn't like that. It felt like Will Smith type rap, almost.
I don't want to say it felt like they're scraps and like what they had left over, but I feel like they put a lot of what their leftover songs on that track
I
list.
saw an interview and they said that they were still picking songs out and putting songs in 3 days before the release date, which means that I don't know how to take that.
That's not good.
And they took a lot of the Kanye songs out. They said, So a lot of the Kanye songs we haven't heard like that was supposed to be on there. And I was telling Kane that I feel like I heard a lot of Pharrell influences, and I didn't hear a lot of Kanye. And then when I saw the interview, and they were like, "Well, we still have a lot of the Kanye," and I was like, "Why'd you do that with your Culture 2 album? Like this was supposed to be like your big album, Culture 2."
I liked like 4 songs off of it, which isn't good considering there's like 24 songs on there.
I will say this: Narcos stopped me in my feet, like stopped me in my tracks. When I heard Narcos come on, well, not when I heard it come on. When they changed the beat up and then they went into that fucking rapid fire, that rapid fire type flow, I thought that was dope. I think they snapped on it. I feel like I haven't heard that type of Migos ever, in my personal opinion. I feel like they had more bars. Another thing is in that Narco song they even said that the whole mumble thing. This ain't no mumble rap. And then I was going to say, they sounded a lot more clear on this album. Like, I was able to hear their words. I feel like they were trying to stray away from the whole mumble rap.
I don't know. I liked that song. I liked Motorsport. I liked Stir Fry and Gang Gang. Those are probably the only 4 that I really felt that I enjoyed through the whole thing. I don't not like Migos anymore. I just think they should have put out a better album. And I'm still gonna listen to the next one.
I am excited for.
I feel like they should have
Kanye music.
Yeah, that's gonna be good. But I feel like they should have took that album and separated it into 2 different mixtapes, and then picked the best stuff out that they have in their vault and made a good album.
Yeah,
this wasn't a good album in my opinion.
We'll come back in 4 months and we'll see how we really feel.
It was 2 good mixtapes to me. That's how I feel right now.
Yeah.
But let's get into our next thing. Who's invited to the barbecue this week?
Man, talking about the barbecue, man. Talking about the cookout. I got the ribs going, but who's coming? Who are we stopping at the door? Since we were talking about everything that was going on in hip-hop, and we're talking about... I haven't been able to talk about this. I know this is an old subject, but the whole... we talked about the whole Post Malone thing. I want to say who's not invited for this week. You're going to have to take a little step out, guys. I'm sorry. The old heads, man. No
old heads allowed at our barbecue
no old heads this week. With all that hate. Steve, man, that's the thing, man. That's the thing with the old heads and the new heads. Like, they don't understand. Like, they want to say that we're soft. We're just more positive. Like, why would you want to bring that negativity into an environment? Like,
and, 20 years ago, you were the new heads.
Yeah.
So
no
old heads
barbecue this week.
Who is invited?
Posty, because I feel bad, man. You aren't coming.
Post, please come through.
Post, come.
Come to the barbecue. You get all your ribs, all your mac and cheese.
Since they want to hate so much on you, Post, you get to wave at them as you come into the cookout, and they stay behind at the door.
Okay. Let's end it off with the rhyme game.
Hey.
Explain the rules of the rhyme game every week to y'all, and this week is no different. The rhyme game goes like this. We start off with one word. One of us goes first. The next person continues off of that rhyme. So the example would be if I said dog, and he said pog, and I said log, and if when I say log, he can come up with a 2-word phrase and switch up the rhyme. So he'd be like log fire, that's fine. And then so we'd go off the word fire, and then we'd go sire. Or, but if I were to say, let's say the word was fire, he could say log, because fire log is a 2-word phrase. but it wouldn't, like, for some phrases, it doesn't make sense, so it wouldn't end up going that way. So we're going to start.
You'll be able to tell.
Yeah, you'll be able to tell how we're going. And we're going to start off today with our word being plate. Do you want to start, or do you want me to start?
I'll go ahead.
Okay. Ready?
Let's go. Let's do it.
Plate.
Bait.
Late.
Hate.
Crate.
Fate.
State.
Pin.
Gin.
Kin.
Bin.
Shin.
Guard.
Bard.
Tard.
Hard. That's it.
That's it. Yeah, you got me.
That's it. We should have a timer, like, no longer than like 4 seconds.
You got me on that one. I won last week. Justin wins this week. That puts us
I made
tied.
a fool of myself last week, so I had to come back on them.
But thank you for listening to the Backyard Barbecue Podcast, the premier hip-hop podcast in the game.
We got to wrap it up.
I have been your host, Kane Patrick.
And this is Jay Vivid, guys.
And we'll see y'all again next week. Thank y'all for coming to the Backyard Barbecue.
Hey, peace out.
Till next time.
Backyard Barbecue Podcast, the premier hip hop podcast in the game.